Hello, hello, hello. This is Priscilla with Cilla Travel, the premier experiential and immersive travel company located in the Charleston, South Carolina area, and I help you live the dream through travel. I'm here tonight to talk to you briefly about uh, the CDC's new rule for um, COVID testing for people coming into the US, and that includes us, like people who went on vacation or coming back. You have to have a COVID-19 test to return. So I know there's a lot of stuff going on. So I said, you know what? Let me just go on live video and talk about just what I know about it. Okay, so let's just like not panic. When they put these things out, people are like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So yeah, I said, okay, let me just do a little, education session. Okay. So let's see. So I'm just checking. If anybody's live, please hashtag live. If you're on the replay, please do hashtag replay. So I help you live the dream through travel. My name is Priscilla with Cilla Travel, experiential and immersive travel agency owner in Charleston, South Carolina. And I provide tailored travel experiences for people who crave extraordinary getaways and, vacations. I help people see the sights. I help them taste the taste, smell the aromas, feel the vibe, and experience cultures different than their own. So, um, along that vein, because we want to experience some stuff, right? But everything keeps, changing. Like I mentioned a few weeks ago when I talked about my new program called Book with Confidence, I hinted that this might be a thing. When you come back from travel, you might need to have a COVID-19 test. But let's demystify. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to demystify. So if anybody's out there, can you hear me? Gotta check my mobile device to make sure that I'm live. You know how these things go. I don't want to have to go on and on and on and on and on, and it's not even working because I did that one time, and then I had to do the whole thing over. So yeah, it's live, and yep, I think I've got some sound. Hold on, let's see if I got sound. But I know there was a little delay there when I was trying to come on. So let me see. Let me undo the headset. Yep, it's working. Volume's working. I have to check. Don't want to have to do that again. So I just want to briefly go over our COVID-19 test update and Book with Confidence. That's a Cilla Travel service. So told you who I am. I help you live the dream. I create personalized travel experiences for people, and then travel design, group travel, experiential travel. That's what I do. Now, here's the deal. Here's the new COVID-19 testing requirements, right? Because beginning the 26th of this month, all passengers, that means US citizens and others arriving by plane from international destinations, will need to have a negative COVID-19 test prior to entry or re entry. And if a passenger does test positive before their flight to the US, the airline is instructed to deny them boarding. So, and then they should be expected to quarantine where they are until they test negative. So that's, I'm sure, scaring people, right? So let me demystify. First of all, there are several different types of COVID-19 tests that are accepted, right? There are actually five. No, four, sorry. Um, let's see, PCR, NAT, rapid antibody. Four. Okay, sorry about that. It's just how I put the bullets on my slide, right? So molecular diagnostic, either PCR or NAT, rapid antigen, and antibody testing, they are accepted. Okay. So let's, take some deep breaths. They are accepted. It's not just you have to have that test that takes forever and a day to get it, and you're just stuck like Chuck trying to wait for the test results to come back. Okay. So Let's see. So if you have any questions, please feel free to pop them in so I can see what the comments are. And I'm using StreamYard, so please grant StreamYard permission because this is a third-party software. So back to those four types of tests. The antibody test, that's the one that just only confirms if you had it. It doesn't say whether you're currently infected. Um, so that would be appropriate for people who need to prove that they were already infected with COVID and recovered. Okay. Then the other types of tests are the COVID-19 PCR test. That PCR, I just put that there because I could never remember what it means. It's polymerase chain reaction. It's the most accurate, and that's the one that takes the longest. But it depends on where it is. They have been speeding it up. So you have 72 hours to before you return to have a negative COVID-19 test, but all is not lost. It's not this only this test that's accepted. You have two others. You have the NAT test. That's another type of DNA sort of test. And then you've got the rapid antigen test. So that test is also accepted. So that is good news because many destinations are already doing this. We're the ones who are behind the curve, right? Because a lot of destinations are already doing this when you travel to their country. I know Mexico doesn't and Dominican Republic doesn't, but other countries have been doing this. You have to have a negative COVID-19 test presented to the airport. It has to have been within 72 hours when you travel, when you get to the airline, they're the ones who are held responsible for making sure that you have this negative result before you can even board to go. And then in other destinations, when you get there, then they do this rapid test on you when you get to the airport. Like Ghana, they do that. And it's like 20, 30 minutes and you have your result. And then you're free to go on about your business, provided you're not sick or, have COVID. So, the airlines have been working on tests going on several months now. So the airports have been providing them. So they were forward thinking. It's just that now that it's a requirement, they're going to try to step it up. So that rapid antigen test is the fastest test, and the results come back in minutes. So, but it's still a nasal swab, so you can't get away from that. Those three tests are nasal swabs. The antibody test, I had one of those. That's a blood test. But at least you have some options there. So you can take some deep breaths. And these tests are available at the airport. And they're given by some airlines. Airlines that already have testing options in place: Alaska Airlines, American Airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, JetBlue, and United Airlines. They already have this testing in place, but it's going to be at a cost, right? It's not going to be free. I don't know the details. Since it just came out, they'll be fleshing this out later, but there are options. Now, upon return, the CDC is recommending that travelers get tested when they get home between 3 to 5 days after they get back, and then stay home and or self quarantine for 7 days after they travel. So I thought I would just come on here and demystify so people don't panic. So the one thing you should make sure is that you have travel insurance that has canceled for any reason and medical insurance to make sure that you're covered. So this is the time to start looking into that. So this is why I keep saying it's so important to have travel insurance, because eventually it was going to catch up with us. The US has been behind. All these other countries, with the exception of a handful, don't even require you to take they do require you to take a test. We just don't. Now that we're catching up because of this new strain of the virus. So there you have it. You have more than one type of test that you can take if you do travel, and you have options. Now, the hard part about it is trying to coordinate and figure out, what those options are based on where you're going. And that's where my program, Book with Confidence, comes in. So, Book with Confidence gives you the confidence to travel again. It's a Cilla Travel service, and it helps you know what to expect when you get to your destination. And you get two very important resources. The first one is the 57-page vacation safety guide, the vacation health and safety guide, right? And that guide is 57 pages, and it has all kinds of tips and resources and links to it collects all of the information in one place so you know where to get your information for your trip. As well as it talks about supplies that you need to bring. It talks about how to find COVID testing sites and your test. Just a lot of great information this resource provides you with. The second resource is a detailed and customized checklist, and that is the Vacation Health and Safety Checklist, which is provided from me to you if you're one of my clients. And that is a checklist which is customized, and it documents all the health and safety protocols that you're going to experience, right, along your journey. And it includes entry requirements at your destination. For example, PCR, COVID-19 test, proof of insurance, contract tracing, just in case they have an app. And now it's going to include return COVID-19 testing information. It generally is going to be personalized to your trip. And to the right, what you see is available to people who are not my clients at this point in time, because I just didn't want people to just be without a resource. So what I did was I have a travel safety checklist, which reminds people of the things that they need to look for if they're booking their own travel. So I got to recommend that you use a travel advisor. And if this doesn't convince you, I don't know what will. But just in case you're brave, you can download my free guide, my free checklist. That's the travel safety checklist. And I will be putting a link to it in this post when I'm done. So that is just an overview of the Book with Confidence program that I offer with Cilla Travel. Now, how to work with me. If you're not going with me on the Ghana trip, because the Ghana trip is open, it is still scheduled for November 2021. Okay, like it is the Thanksgiving week. It is open, and I also have a $500 off coupon. I will be extending that coupon till the end of this month for those of you who are interested in reserving a space. So this is how you book with me. You get a consultation. I'll be providing a link. You can find it on my website. Once we do the consultation, at that point, if we determine that between the both of us you'd like to work with me, that's when we enter into an agreement, travel services agreement, pay the fee, then I begin the research. And at that point, that's when you get your Book with Confidence resources. And then I book your trip. So that's basically all I really had to talk to you about today. So just another reminder, booking is still open for Ghana 2021. There's still space. It's not too late to become a VIP and get $500 off. Payment plans are available, as well as financing. I also will be giving this Book with Confidence service to all customers, all people who go on the trip. So get on the VIP list. Space is limited. Now, that's basically all I had. I just wanted to come on briefly and just give everybody, a little bit of context, because, when you see all these headlines and everything, they don't give you a lot of context, right? So it just causes you to panic. So for those of you who were planning on traveling after the 26th of January, I hope you booked with a travel advisor, because your travel advisor would have looked out for you to make sure that you have the right type of travel insurance and make sure that you have booked the right type of ticket with the airline, that you can reschedule it. These are all the little things that we look out for you with. So, thanks. I'm just going to call it an evening. This is Priscilla with Cilla Travel, and I'm signing off, hoping that you have a great rest of your evening. Remember, book with confidence, book with Cilla Travel. Oh, and one more thing. Bye bye.